Rachel Reeves' budget won't tax big business. It'll tax you. Let's break it down. We all say it. Just tax the big companies, the money's right there. But it isn't. Not here. Not now. Not in a way a chancellor can grab before a November budget. The plumbing's been built for decades to move profits easily and tax people locally. Corporates treat tax like infrastructure with in-house teams and pass-through pricing. Small operators live in the real world. Consumers, micro-clients, late payers and admin done after hours. Follow the money and you'll see the pattern. If the Treasury can't reach mobile profits, it turns to the things that don't move. Your work, your home and your rent. The VAT trap just got bigger. Right now, you don't register for VAT until you hit £90,000 in turnover. It's one of the highest thresholds in the world. But if the whispers we are hearing materialise, Reeves cuts that to £30,000. Well, I say cut, it's more like a bomb run. The headlines are calling it a raid on small businesses. The Treasury says it's under review. Westminster lingo for don't get comfy. To bring this into real life, a sole trader on £35,000 now has two choices. Stick plus 20% on prices and hope non-VAT clients don't ghost you, or absorb it and watch up to 16% of your income evaporate. The sting? VAT is on turnover, not profit. You can graft all year, make £3 on a job. HMRC still takes 20% off the invoice. Will it definitely happen? Only a select few know the answer before the 26th of November. But here's what we do know. Reeves promised not to hit working people, a pledge that hasn't been upheld very well at all since she took the seat. And even without dropping the threshold to £30,000, shaving a few grand pulls thousands more working people into the red zone. The big businesses are already VAT registered. VAT itself at that scale is neutral in their chain. Price lists update overnight, Treasury floats the cash, ERPs push new codes while you're making tea. Your customers, on the other hand, are consumers or micros who can't reclaim VAT. So it's sticker shock for them, or margin surrender for you, plus the admin and the cash lag on late payers. A 20% VAT invoice on a 60-day payer means you finance HMRC. If you're near the line, track rolling 12 months, compare flat rate versus standard, consider voluntary registration if you buy stock or kit, keep two price paths, VAT versus non-VAT, and also ring fence a VAT pod. Now, VAT thresholds alone aren't going to cut it for this year's budget. So, let's carry on. If they can't pull more from your invoices, they move to the other place where money sits still. Your address. Stamp duty is the tax you pay just to buy your own house. Most places above £250,000. The twist, Reeves might not raise it, she might kill it. Sounds great, until you read the small print. Here's the fix that's currently being floated. Scrap buyer stamp duty, replace it with a seller's tax. One version kicks in over £500,000. Another goes further, ditch stamp duty and bolt on an annual property tax. Council tax with teeth. If you bought at £250,000 and your house is now worth £600,000, selling could mean tens of thousands in tax. And £500,000 isn't just Notting Hill, it's Manchester, Bristol, half of Hertfordshire. A seller's tax turns mobility into a penalty. If you're moving within 12 months, watch the timing. Get a deal agreed early and you might dodge it. Wait, and your for sale board comes with a side of HMRC. Big shifts need consultation, so expect signals, not sledgehammers. Again, here's why it doesn't touch the people we're all shouting out to hit. Corporates don't sell to raise cash, they refinance. SPVs, facilities, advisors. Transaction taxes sink into a model as a rounding line. For families and owner-managers, the house is the buffer. You downsize to release equity, fund a venture, bridge a rough year. Tax the exit or add an annual charge and you choke the mobility that feeds trades, removals, refurbs. The SME ecosystem. Fewer moves equals fewer local jobs. And if you're not selling, if you're renting or own less yourself, there's a third lever that hits the same target from a different angle. The rent. Your rent. Are landlords about to pay national insurance? Again, we're hearing that Reeves might slap 8% national insurance on rental profits. Make £20,000 from rent, that's £1,600 extra on top of income tax. No new allowances, no extra deductions. Just more cash out of your pockets. The pitch is fairness. If a salaried worker pays national insurance on £20,000, why shouldn't a landlord? But landlords already took hits, mortgage interest relief clipped, EPC rules tightening, higher council tax. National insurance could be the next nail. This one's likelihood is looking quite high. It's politically tidy, simple to implement, and it raises real money. Institutional landlords run at scale, professional debt, bulk procurement, service charges that flex with costs. If national insurance bites, rents adjust, margins defended by design. A small landlord has 1 or 2 properties, retail mortgage rates, no buying power. Your levers are blunt: raise rent, risk voids, cut service, risk churn, or take home less. That's it. And if you're a tenant, you feel the pass-through on renewal. If it lands, act like a business. Claim every allowable expense: insurance, repairs, management, eligible travel. Keep profits as lean as rules allow. Own multiples: model limited versus personal. Full math: rates, extraction tax, compliance. Stress test at +8% on profits. Pre-draft tenant comms for any legal, justified adjustments. Decide now whether you hold, sell, restructure. And if remortgaging looks cash flow negative, talk to the lender early. By now, you should be starting to see a pattern. This budget is going to tax what's reachable now. And the simple reality is the average working person's pocket is the most reachable of them all. But we're still not done. The base shift. The pitch making the rounds is deceptively simple. Knock 2 pence off national insurance, add 2 pence to income tax. On paper, a wash. In practice, it moves the tax base. Right now, NI is mainly employees and the self-employed. Income tax hits a wider set: pensioners, landlords, dividend-heavy directors. Shift the weight across, and suddenly the groups who didn't pay national insurance do, but it's now through income tax. Governments love this. The press line is, "We didn't raise your taxes, we rebalanced the system." The spreadsheet line is, "We just found billions." And most will never get the chance to question how. The big firms don't live or die on pension income and directed dividends. They smooth compensation through equity, LTIPS, buybacks, global flows. Owner-managers and retirees do. If your plan relies on dividends or pension drawdown, this is the kind of move that reprices your life in a single speech. Reeves has also put salary sacrifice on the chopping block. Salary sacrifice is one of the last clean legal optimizations: pensions, EVs, cycle schemes, extra holiday. The proposals in circulation are blunt: cap it, strip the national insurance saving, or narrow what qualifies. Because it runs through payroll, it's overnight able. Who loses most? Higher earners and directors shoveling into pensions. Teams on £40,000 Teslas financed via sacrifice. SMEs that use sacrifice as a genuine retention tool. The corporate's answer to this one is simple. Flip to total reward menus, gross up allowances, fleet deals. HRIS updates, value repackaged. SMEs don't have a benefits team on speed dial. Pull the lever, and the only answer is to drop net pay, and fast, as there's no instant alternative. That's income and payroll covered. The next pot governments look at isn't earnings, it's what families pass down. Right now, you can give £3,000 a year tax-free. Go above that, and as long as you survive 7 years, most gifts escape inheritance tax. Meanwhile, the inheritance threshold has been frozen for years, pulling ordinary families into the net. The tweaks on the table, lifetime caps on gifting, changes to taper relief, fewer routes for gifts to escape. This one might not sound too bad, but here's the problem. A 3-bed semi-detached house, modest pension, and life cover now pushes normal estates over the line. Get the timing wrong, and your family hands HMRC 5 figures. The average individual isn't going to have planned for this simply due to how complex it now actually is to optimize for it. In comparison, private wealth plans early, with trusts, cross-border wrappers, and correctly written life policies. Reeves simply cannot get her hands on that cash, and she knows it. Then finally, there's one last lever that never says rate rise out loud, but raises billions. You'll see it on your receipts, not in the Chancellor's speech. Broadening the VAT base. She won't change the 20% headline in hope to keep it under wraps, but it is highly likely that we will see fewer 0% or reduced VAT rates. Think children's clothes, books, slices of food/energy efficiency, and EV charging. Just by nudging those numbers closer to 20%, Reeves can somewhat quietly print billions. We could argue that this is the one that is spread evenly. It will affect everyone the exact same. And when it comes to consumers, that is the case. However, it's incredibly easier for a large corporate in these sectors to adapt to a raise side by side with small businesses. We could potentially see thousands of small companies sent under. In many cases, for the small guys, that 20% is their profit margin. In a cost of living crisis, a 20% price hike is enough to lose a customer. Now that we've got all of that out of the way, let's sum this up. Budgets don't tax what's fair. They tax what they can reach this year. Big firms turned fixed into variable years ago. Offshore repeatables automate the boring and plan within the lines. Most SMEs haven't, not yet, which is why the same policy barely nudges a corporate and knocks a small operator off balance. If you run a small firm, your defense isn't outrage, it's architecture. Make the work cheaper without making it worse. Move the repeatables off your desk and off your postcode. Automate the first mile. Reclaim what you're entitled to. Turn fixed costs into sliders you can move when the month gets thin. This is why we founded the Ovara Group. For over 60 years, the systems the big guys used were kept that way, only for the big guys. We've changed that.